What's going on, guys? Welcome back to MLB 16, the show, Road to the Show, episode 15. I'm Mr. F like 9916, and we have just finished our first ever season. I hope you guys are having a good week. It is Wednesday. It's been a while since I've uploaded. I've had a ton of stuff going on recently. I had a prom. My girlfriend's still a senior in high school, and I am just finished my freshman year of college, so I went to that. It was a ton of fun. We were downtown Pittsburgh, and oh, it was just great. I didn't get back home till like 6 p.m. the next day, and my sleep schedule's just been off, and a ton of stuff I've been working on, and a ton of stuff for you guys, actually, so it's going to be exciting. I've played a lot of franchise, so that means I'll be uploading some of that soon, but just going over some stats for the rest of the year. As you can see, 38 saves, ERA of 1.50. I had 76 strikeouts in 42 innings, a whip of 0.67, pretty good. 4 home runs against us. God, they had as many runs as they had home runs, it seems like. That was like how most of the runs against me came on. 16 strikeouts per 9 innings too, so just a phenomenal year for Jack Davis. This video might be a little boring. We're going to be going mostly over statistics from the major leagues and stuff like that. We are going to see the World Series, so we'll get to see who wins the championship and all the awards, MVPs, league leaders, retired players, stuff like that. That's basically going to be this video, and then I will upload another Road to the Show actually tomorrow of gameplay starting my second season. But I wanted to go over this because I know some of you guys like to see these statistics. I know I know it's interesting for some of you. Dodgers went 97 and 65. They're my favorite to win the World Series this year. Obviously, the Padres were terrible. Blue Jays won 103 games. They were absolutely phenomenal. I think they'll be the American League representative in the World Series. Boston still won 94. My Minnesota Twins won 75 this year. Tigers led their division, though, won 86-76. The Indians just one game behind. In the World Series, defending champion Royals, 68-94. That's pretty shocking. Astros won their division. The Mariners were a winning team and only 2 games back. Disappointing for the Angels and the Rangers. Nationals won 96 games, led by Bryce Harper and Steven Strasburg. Cubs won 97 and the Pirates 93. The Cubs might be a good team coming into the playoffs as well. And there you go. Obviously, the Padres not very good, 65 wins. I'm sticking on this team for now. I hope we can improve. It was pretty bad. Jung-Ho Kong for the Pirates, actually second in batting average, but Nick Markakis led the way in the National League for that. Adrian Gonzalez, Freddie Freeman, Buster Posey, some of the names up there. Bryce Harper, 10th. He only batted .297. Mike Trout leads the entire league. He also led the AL, of course, 321. David Ortiz in his senior season on 53 home runs, 123 RBIs, 315 average. He was absolutely insanely phenomenal in what is obviously now his final season. Look at that slugging percentage, .627. He was just off the charts in his final ever year. Just going through some more stats. At bats, Ryan Braun leads in doubles here in the National League. Billy Burns, who I've never even heard of, leads in the American League. Starling Marte for the Pirates led in triples. Bryce Harper had 9. Jose Altuve, no surprise that he led in the American League. David Ortiz, 55 home runs. Adrian Gonzalez was the only one to beat him. He had 55. Harper got 45 for himself. Andrew McCutchen for the Pirates had 30. He was farther down. I just mentioned him because I live in Pittsburgh. He's kind of a big deal here. You look at some of the American League, a lot of the Toronto Blue Jays up there. Mike Trout had 37. A-Rod, 44, which is disgusting. I cannot stand him. Chris Davis had 36. There's just some more names. I think at this point I was just looking for a twin. Brian Dozier, 26. Only 27 for Bautista, which was surprising. And Trevor Plouffe for the Twins had 20. And there's kind of just me looking through. I think I'm just looking for Twins players mostly because they're my favorite team. But RBIs, there's your leaders. Jose Abreu leads the American League with 127. That's unreal. 127 RBIs. That's just unbelievable. Adrian Gonzalez, 125 for the Dodgers. So just some amazing stats. Look how many people were over 100. 9 guys had over 100 in the AL. That's incredible. A huge year for offense in the American League, it seems like. D. Gordon, 59 stolen bases. No surprise that he is a bunch. Rajay Davis and Starling Marte, also no surprise that they're up there. They're all very fast players. Pretty predictable when you guess stolen bases, I guess. Altuve had 38. That's less than I thought he would have. Leonis Martin for Seattle led with 51. He had the most in the league. You see Mike Trout in the top 20. He got 15 of his own. But it's amazing. There's not a bunch of huge base stealers. I mean, there's only a few that really get over like 20. Only 15 maybe in each league that get over 20. David Ortiz, as you see, led in OPS, slugging. He just dominated this year. He was fantastic. He finishes his career with 556 home runs, a couple thousand RBI. He's just unbelievable. What a year he had. Now let's look at some pitching stats, though. Jake Arrieta leads for the Cubs with 18 wins. Clayton Kershaw tied him, and Liriano also gets the tie. Marcus Stroman leads the league with 20. Tanaka, Zimmerman, and Verlander all had 19. So Marcus Stroman for the Toronto Blue Jays, he's only 83 overall. Still won 20 games. His ERA was pretty high. I suspect he won that many games because that Toronto offense is just unbelievable, because his ERA was actually not even all that good. I mean, you see R.A. Dickey, who's very old at this point, had 15 wins as well. Tanaka had the least amount of losses for the Yankees. Saves, Cody Allen leads the American League. He had 49. Glenn Perkins for the Twins. Nice to see him sticking in there with 43. Same with Britton for the Toronto Blue Jays. National League, Santiago Casilla leads the way with 48 for the Giants. Papelbon tied him at 48. Hector Rondon, is that if that's one that says something, Rondon? I'm not sure how to say that for the Cubs. Jake Arrieta, though, probably going to win the Cy Young. 18-4, 1.98 ERA. Tanaka leads the way here in the American League. Or not here, there in the American League. I'm so used to being in the AL. Home runs allowed, shutouts, you see stuff like that. Tanaka, 5 shutouts. He played very well. Yu Darvish leads in strikeouts. That's no surprise. He's amazing at strikeouts. Liriano led the entire league with 284. That's phenomenal. God, the Twins shouldn't have got rid of him. He is just fantastic for the Pirates. And that's pretty much it for all the stats that I'm really going through. As you can see, I just cycled back at that point. Let's go through the awards. MVP, Adrian Gonzalez wins it in the National League. 305, 55, and 125. That's a pretty good run right there. That's the second Dodger in 3 years. And fittingly, David Ortiz in his farewell season wins the MVP. That's pretty awesome. Cy Youngs go to Tanaka and Liriano. I do not know why it was not Jake Arrieta. I'm really surprised by that. Arrieta was by far the better pitcher. Markakis and Trout, the batting title awards. Cody Allen and Garcia lead the reliever of the year. And there's your rookies of the year, Brian Gonzalez and Sammy Vaccaro. I don't even know either of them. Hank Aaron Award goes, that's the top hitter in each league. David Ortiz and Giancarlo Stanton, actually. And then there's just all your gold gloves. Chris Davis, Cano, Tulowitzki earning one for the American League. At shortstop, Justin Upton, Jacoby Ellsbury, Josh Reddick, names like that. Silver Sluggers, just kind of whipping through the American League here. Look at all the Blue Jays, Tulowitzki, Donaldson. It seems like they're winning everything this year. And that's pretty much it for all the postseason awards. Now, all we have to do is go to the playoffs and see who's going to be the World Series champion and, of course, the World Series MVP. Oh, there's all your National League Gold Gloves and Silver Sluggers. I realized I forgot. McCutchen gets one for the Pirates. That's pretty nice to see. Harper gets one, unfortunately. I've said before, I do not like him. But let's see who wins the World Series. We go to the postseason. The Cubs defeated the Tigers in the 2016 World Series. Yes, the Cubs, for the first time in over 100 years, win the World Series. That is shocking. I mean, it's really not because they're good. It's only shocking because they're obviously cursed, right? But, wow. So, a historic season. The Cubs win the World Series, but you know what? I think it's going to be more historic because it was Jack Davis's, first minor league season, right? That will mean more in the long run. Oh, probably not. People are going to remember this season forever. There's a look at your playoffs. Cubs beat the Dodgers in the ALCS or NLCS, and Detroit actually upset the Blue Jays in the ALCS. I guess that's what good pitching does for you, though. Toronto does not have good pitching. They just have a bunch of ridiculously good hitters. Pirates, unfortunately, lost to San Francisco in the first round, and my Twins didn't make it. So my two teams didn't fare so well this year, but that's pretty much it for the playoffs. Review some of the retired players. Fernando Rodney, our closing pitcher, retires, which is really good because that's going to open a door for me to move up to the major leagues. Hopefully, I'll be in the MLB sometime next year. That's what I'm hoping. Ichiro Suzuki retires. Obviously, Ortiz retires. We knew that, though. So that's a pretty big one. Bronson Arroyo, Pedro Alvarez. I do not know why he retired. Quote, poor free agent market. Who wouldn't sign him? He's a 36 home run hitter. That's ridiculous. Tim Lincecum retires. He's 32. I guess he's just not that good anymore. Kyle Loesch retires. He's real old. He was a big name back in the day for the Twins and the Cardinals. And the big one for me, Justin Morneau. He only 62 overall at this point. 2006 American League MVP. For those of you that have watched me for a couple years, you probably have known that Justin Morneau is my favorite baseball player, my favorite athlete in history. when I first got into sports, when I was like 4 years old, Justin Morneau was my favorite player. So it's weird to see him retire. Kind of sucks, but I mean, people get old. That's what happens. Ichiro Suzuki and David Ortiz both fittingly get into the Hall of Fame. Ortiz ends up with nearly 2,000 RBIs, 556 home runs, and 15 stolen bases. Ichiro, 312 career hitter, over 500 stolen bases in his career. We go to the offseason. The Padres offer Jack Davis a 1-year Double-A closing role. That does not make me happy, but I will say one thing I've learned from the show. A lot of times, Double-A means you will be moved up to Triple-A real quick if they offer a Double-A closing role. A lot of times they offer less than where they put you. I don't know if it's like a CYA thing or what, but as you can see, I mean, look at the closing pitchers on the roster. Jack McGowan, AJ Fizzler, they're one of them's going to have to be called up to the MLB, so hopefully I can surpass that other Double-A guy and go up to Triple-A. That's kind of my hope. We're going to see what happens in the next episode. I will start gameplay from year 2. I want to thank everybody, though, for watching this episode. Sorry it's been such a while since I got something up. I'm ready to go now. I got a ton of stuff that'll be coming up on the channel. More Twins franchise, more MLB, and obviously some more NHL for those of you that like to watch that series. But that's all I really got for you today. Hopefully in the next episode we can get called up to AAA or MLB or something, because I'm sick of this Double-A crap. Make sure you leave a like. For now, we'll see you next time on Mr. Athletic 9916. Peace.